All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm here with the Hunter review. So, Hunter in this expansion, they got Big Hunter. Big Hunter that hasn't worked before. It's not going to work, especially in Arena. But they also have like mild spell synergy Hunter, and those cards, like even if you don't get the synergy, those cards they are pretty good. So let's get into the cards here. All right, first one here we've got is Bunch of Bananas. Bunch of Bananas and Barrel of Monkeys. They're both basically triple spells. If you remember twin spells, they give you like an effect, like you have an effect, and then you can repeat that effect left. So you have a bunch of bananas. So as you can see, the card, you lose your bananas every time you use it. And then when you have no bananas left, like you're done. So on itself, like you can split this up. Like I compare it to Blessing of Kings. Blessing of Kings is 4 mana for +4/+4. This is 3 mana for +3/+3, but you can split it up. You can split up the buffs. So overall, that's really, really good. Like I think what am I going to say here? I think this is an easy 4-star card for a bunch of bananas. I think it's a better Blessing of Kings. I think Split. I think the spell synergy Hunter has that this is a card you're going to want to take. All right. Next card is going to be Aerosmith. Like, why would you take Blessing of Bananas? Because of this. After you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to the lowest health enemy. So you have a bunch of bananas, you play this, you can take out the lowest health enemy. So you can ping off a bunch of things like that with this. So overall, I think Aerosmith's a good card, like especially for a 2-drop, but I do think it's a little reliant on synergy, and if you don't have the bananas or the monkeys, like you're only getting 1 ping out of this, and that's useful. But is that really as good as, say, a Flame Juggler? A Flame Juggler, which gives you the 1 ping automatically, is it really as it gives you that on curve, which lets you get the board initiative? Is that as good as this, which will let you get the ping off on the whatever it is? I don't really think so. I think that this is ultimately it's a 3-star card. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's like I don't think it's really as good as like I think it needs a little bit too much help to be great. Next one here, you've got the Thorn. Excuse me, where are you? Thorn Mana Musician. It's 1 mana, 1/3 finale. The next beast you summon gets +1/+1. So you play this on turn 1. Whatever beast you summon gets +1/+1. That's great. You play it later on. The next beast you get is +1/+1. I mean, that's great. I might be underrating this. I think do I have this? Let me double check my score on this. Okay. I have it as a 3-star card, but I have it as a 3-star plus because it's a 1/3, which is something you want on 1, but it's also really, really, really good. Like it's guaranteed to get its value. So I could see it being a 4-star card for some people. For me, I have it as a high 3-star card, just to highlight it. All right, going into the rares. First one here is the Banjosaur. Banjosaur, 10 mana, 5/6, rush. When this attacks, draw a beast and gain its stats. So this is Arena. In Arena, you're going to have cheap beasts. So is this card going to work? It's not going to work in Arena. Like, unless you can find a way to cheat this out, and there are ways to cheat it out, but not really by all that much, it's never going to work. So ultimately, like maybe if you are able to get this like first pick against complete garbage, maybe. And maybe if you're able to curate your deck, but then you're curating your deck for this. And it's like, eh. So to make Banjosaur work, you would really need to get +4/+4 out of this. Get like a 9/10 rush, or maybe something like a Pat Koto, something insane out of this. And you need to make sure you have no cheap beasts. So ultimately, like, I'm still high on it because I want it to work. I mean, I love Monkasaur. I want this to be the new Monkasaur. I want there to be a Banjosaur, Monkasaur. I want Monkasaur to come back as a Twitch emote because of this. But ultimately, it's like a 2-star card. And it's probably a 1-star card. I'm probably being too nice to it. And it's probably a 1-star card. Oh, but do you know what is not a 1-star card, but a 0-star card? Big Dreams. Summon the highest cost beast from your hand. It goes dormant for 2 turns. If you don't have a Monkasaur, maybe with a Banjosaur, this is worth it. But even then, you need this plus Banjosaur, and you're not going to guarantee that. You need to have Monkasaur in your deck in order for this card to even be close to worth it. And it's not. And for the majority of the time, if you have any other beast, like it says highest cost beast, like there just aren't that many good beasts out there. Let's go over to Hunter. Let's go to, okay, those are the sets here. Let's just take a look at the beasts that we have. And we'll sort by mana. So what are you getting here? Like King Legendary. Red Herring. No, it's not worth it. Highmane, just play Highmane the next turn. So it's literally Banjosaur, and that's it. Or maybe King Mukla, the new King Mukla. I mean, that's it. So it's a 0-star card. This is a never pick. Like, there just isn't big beast support for this. Do not pick this. All right. Next one here, we've got Barrel of Monkeys. So, same thing as Bunch of Bananas. So you get guess what? You get the Silverback Patriarch. Okay, Silverback Patriarch is back. You get you get 3 Silverback Patriarchs in 1 card. And so you play this, and I mean, a 2-mana 1/4 taunt is not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. And again, there's things like you can play the next beast you summon costs +1/+1. So you can play this on 1. You can play Barrel of Monkeys on 2. You get a 2/5 taunt, and because it's a summon, and then you still have 2 1/4 taunts. So we know that these cards are good. Now, is it as good as the buffs? Probably not. Like for Bunch of Bananas. But ultimately, I mean, this is a good card. This is a high 3-star card for me. 1 second. This is a high 3-star card. It's like the Echo cards. We know the Echo cards are decent just because you can get a giant board off of this. So you can just play this on turn 6, get a bunch of things. I mean, it's not great, but it's not nothing. And you can use them to fill out finale stuff. All right. Next thing here, Jungle Jammer, your weapon. 4 mana, 4/2, good weapon on its own. Death Rattle, summon a random 1-cost beast, cast spells while equipped to improve. You get a Bunch of Bananas. You get Barrel of Monkeys, Bunch of Bananas. You get those things together, you play a lot of them, and you can get a really, really, really powerful beast. I mean, could you potentially get a Banjosaur off of this? Possibly. So, I mean, ultimately, it's a really good weapon with a decent death rattle, where sometimes it's going to be absolutely insane, and sometimes you're just going to get like a cheap beast. I mean, ultimately, that's a good card. I have it as like a 4-star card. So, like, where is it? Here. So, yeah. Ultimately, it's a high 4-star card. Could be potentially a 5-star card or a 6-star card in the right deck. Next card, Harmonica Soloist. 3 mana, 4/2, Battle Cries. If you control no other minions, discover and cast the secret. So my immediate comparison to this is Sketchy Stranger. Sketchy Stranger, 1 second here. Sketchy Stranger is a 79. It is a 2 mana 2/2, discover a secret from another class. Now in Hunter, let me see if I can find it. Now in Hunter, Sketchy Stranger is an 81 because the other secrets are better. Mage secrets are better. You get that secret, and you still have to pay the mana for that secret. This is 3 mana for a 4/2. 4/2 and 3 is arguably worse than a 2/2 on 2. But you immediately cast that secret. That's insane, right? The soloist part hurts it a little bit. And the poor stats for 3 mana hurts it a little bit. But that's really, really good. And then you can play a secret where you can protect this thing and summon something else. So yeah, this is ultimately a great card. This is an easy 4-star card. I mean, I could see the argument for it being a 5-star card from me. Like, I have it here. I have it a little bit. Like, actually, this should be like a little 84 because I have it better than the Sketchy Stranger, but I was looking at the neutral and not the Hunter version. So if Sketchy Stranger was 77 in neutral, this would be an 80. 81 here, it's 84. So I'm going to adjust that up a little bit. As for legendaries, first one you get is going to be Mr. Mukla. So Mr. Mukla, 6 mana to end rush, battlecry, fill your opponent's hands with bananas. So, ignoring that when you fill your hands with bananas, you burn a card draw from them. I mean, The big problem with Mukla was not that on turn the original King Mukla, the 5 mana that gives your opponent two bananas, was not being played on turn 3 because he was actually pretty damn good on turn 3. It's that you give the bananas, and in the later game, the bananas actually hurt you a lot more. Here, because this is in the later game, you're generally going to play this. You're probably going to remove something. You're going to have a big beast on board. There's a chance your opponent cannot use those bananas, or they're going to be limited in what they can do. So Mukla is a really strong card in terms of like flipping the board. If you're in a kind of like an even situation, or if you're in a situation where you got like a singular minion on board that you want to remove. So ultimately, I say 4-star card. I mean, this card you're going to want to take. Final card here. Stranglethorn Heart. Tradable. Resurrect all friendly beasts that cost 5 or more. Okay, the tradable saves this card. Ultimate, like tradable, we know the bare minimum for tradable is going to be where is it? Heavy plate here. Bare minimum for tradable is like 27 or 30 or something like that. So I have it still as a 1-star card. It's still a bad card. But the thing is, like, if you get Mukla, if you get Highmanes, like, there is a situation where you get multiple big beasts that you want to resurrect. And in that case, there is a case where this is worth it. But the value's mostly in a tradable, and very small value in the fact that you may have a big beast hunter or something along those lines. All right, that is Hunter. And assuming my voice holds up, I will see you guys in the next one, which is going to be Mage. So I'll see you then.